I let my roommate borrow my identity once and I didn't find out what he'd done with it for 8 months. Not my full identity, not like a movie, just my name on a form, just a signature. He said was a formality, just a favor for someone I'd lived with for 2 years and trusted the way you trust someone when you've seen them at their worst and they've seen you at yours and nothing bad has happened yet. He needed a guarantor for something. Said his family was complicated, said it was temporary, said my name wouldn't actually come up unless things went wrong and things weren't going to go wrong because he had it handled and I believed him because he'd always had things handled, because that was the version of him I knew. I found out in July, not from him but from a letter that arrived with my name on it from a debt collection agency, very formal, very final, referencing an amount I didn't recognize for a contract I'd never signed and I read it 3 times standing in my hallway still in my jacket because I just got home and hadn't even put my bag down yet. I called him. He picked up on the second ring which somehow made it worse, like he'd been waiting, like some part of him was relieved the letter had finally arrived and the waiting was over. He said I was going to tell you and I said when and he went quiet. The quiet told me everything about when. It came out in pieces over the next hour, not a clean confession, more like something being dragged out slowly, each piece slightly worse than the last, and I sat on my kitchen floor and listened and kept my voice completely level because I think I was in shock. I think my body had decided that feeling it would have to wait. He'd gotten into something. I won't say what because the details are less important than the shape of it, which was this. A man I trusted had used my name to buy himself time and had fully intended to fix it before I found out and had not fixed it and had also not told me and had been making me cups of tea and watching television with me for 8 months while my name was attached to something I knew nothing about. The money got sorted eventually. It took 4 months and several conversations I never want to have again and a solicitor who charged more than I had but less than the alternative, and through all of it my ex-roommate kept saying I'll make it right, I'll pay you back, just tell me what you need, and I kept saying I need you to have not done this, which wasn't helpful but was the only true thing I had. He paid me back. Most of it. And I think he genuinely felt terrible. I think the guilt was real, but guilt being real doesn't actually change the shape of what someone is capable of when they're scared, and that's the thing I kept sitting with long after the money was sorted. Not what he did. Who he decided I was when he did it. Someone whose name was available. Someone who wouldn't check. Someone safe enough to use. And the worst part is he wasn't wrong about any of that, and I've spent a lot of time since then figuring out why and what to do about it and whether those are even the right questions or whether the right question is just, how do you keep trusting people after you find out what trust actually costs? I still don't have a clean answer. But I changed my locks. That part I'm sure about.